going to talk about the 5 best channels on YouTube for self-publishing and writing. Hey, Chandler Bolt here, and welcome to today's video. Now, I'm joined by Mr. Dale Roberts. You might know him from his channel, Self-Publishing with Dale. Now, this is a crazy story to me because I reached out because I said, Dale, I love your channel. I love your videos. And he was like, oh my gosh, I love your channel. I love your videos. And you were one of the people who helped me get started in this. So you heard about us years ago. How'd you say you heard about us?
2014, actually. Big shout out to Lise Cartwright, actually. I found her probably through like an online search, and she had really put you over, and you were very big to her. So I was a very big avid consumer of her content, so then naturally led me over to you. And yeah, so you were a huge inspiration to me. So
that's amazing. Well, Dale has grown his subscriber base to over 18,000 subscribers. I think knocking on the door 19,000 subscribers. So I figured who best to come in, and we're going to talk about the 5 best channels on YouTube for self-publishing and writing. So the 5 best writing and self-publishing YouTube channels. Dale's going to tell you his 5 favorites, and he's someone who's grown a channel just ridiculously fast. I mean, you're out ahead of us. We're just trying to chase you. But he's grown ridiculously fast, so I figured who better to bring in and talk about this. So tell us about your 5 favorite channels.
Yeah, see, I'm a voracious consumer of all content. I watch all the big channels and all the small channels and everything else in between. So there's a good reason why I go through a lot of these things. I'm going to mention 5 of them, and I'm going to give you a couple of bonus ones. So see if you can guess that inside the comments down below. So let's start it out, no order of importance. I'm going to start it out with Author Level Up. This one is hosted by a good friend of mine, Michael Laron. Now, Michael actually covers everything from writing tools to time management, to everything that you should be doing within your self-publishing business. And he's a prolific author. So this is a guy that is in the space, he's in the trenches, he's really getting down and dirty within the self-publishing industry. So someone I look up to. Now, number 2.
Now, fun fact, Michael is actually from Des Moines, Iowa, which I don't know if you knew this, Dale, but I used to live in West Des Moines, which I checked out his channel the other day. I was like, hey man, this is awesome. I love your channel. And I've somehow found out that he was from Des Moines, Iowa. So small world. Yep. Anyways, number 2.
Yeah, number 2 is Book Launchers, hosted by a good friend of mine, Julie Broad, otherwise known as the Book Broad. There's no pun intended. She goes by that name. Now, Julie has actually been a #1 overall Amazon bestseller. So she actually walks the walk, talks the talk, and she's really good at nonfiction writing. And I was a fast fan of hers on YouTube a number of years ago before I even broke into this space, and she has become so great at content creation. Next one is favorite of both of ours here, none other than Kindlepreneur, Dave Chesson. Man, like seriously, if you have not heard of Dave Chesson, let me just go ahead and invite you out from underneath the rock and introduce you to Dave Chesson, because he is going to level up your game when it comes to understanding keywords, niches, software, and everything else in between. And I can't tell you enough good things about Dave. Is there something you can second on that?
Oh yeah, so he's a great friend of mine. He just spoke at our Author Advantage Live event. He's one of the favorite speakers at that event. He also has a software called Publisher Rocket. Almost all of our students use Publisher Rocket. They love Publisher Rocket. It's one of my favorite author tools. And Dave's just an incredibly giving guy. He helped us grow a bunch of our content. So I didn't even tell you about this, but he's helped us grow our blog. He's helped it on at Self-Publishing School at selfpublishing.com. He's just given us so much tips, so much training to the folks on my team who are running those content channels. Now we've relayed a lot of that into this YouTube stuff, and our YouTube channel's been growing. And that would not even be on my radar. And this whole content world, and especially the SEO world, because Dave is just an SEO whiz. Highly recommend that you check him out, because guess what? Amazon is a search engine. I always say that, Google is a search engine of browsers. Amazon is a search engine of buyers. When people come to Amazon, they come there for one reason and one reason only. That's to buy stuff, right?
Yep.
So Dave is just world class when it comes to SEO, both on Google and on Amazon, and Publisher Rocket's super cool as well.
Yeah. Next one. All right, this is another good one, man. She's been around this space for quite a while. It is the Creative Penn, hosted by Johanna Penn, prolific author as well as public speaker. Her podcast, do you know she has well over 400 episodes on podcasts alone?
I'm one of them.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, she is refreshing, and every time you get to see and hear from Johanna Penn, it almost uplifts your spirit. Like there is just a positive energy about her. You are gonna love all of the advice that she gives you, and that's just not even on YouTube alone. It's everywhere in her books, her podcasts, and everything in between. So highly recommend Creative Penn.
Yeah, she walks the talk. She implements what she talks about. She's an amazing person. She's been a big time supporter over the years of Self-Publishing School. One of our first supporters, which I feel like we're the same in this way. It's like you always remember and appreciate your first supporters because they were there before anybody else was. She's very, very smart. I love her blog. The first time we talked, it was like long lost friends that we were just riffing on business stuff, and we were reading all the same books, doing all the same things, and one of my favorite things about Johanna Penn, so she's a Brit, which Brits are awesome, and it's schedule.
Schedule.
It's schedule, which, you know, I didn't know that was a thing, but it's probably my favorite Johanna Pennism, and she's got a great channel as well.
Yeah. All right, next one. This one's a really good one. We're kind of still over the pond here right now, over in the UK, but it's on a global scale, and that's the Alliance of Independent Authors, which is hosted by Orna Ross. I am a huge fan. There is so much content, and it comes by way of interviews with other indie authors. And one of the things I like to do is learn from these authors, as many as I can, so that way I can get a better understanding of what I'm doing and how I can become better. So honestly, I can't add any more to the Alliance of Independent Authors. They have a massive reach, and they're growing by the day.
And just an incredible resource. Helping people know what's good, what's bad, what are the scams out there. Like, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I said there was going to be 2 bonus. Hopefully, they didn't cheat, did they?
I don't know. Did you cheat? Did you already comment? Did you guess? If you haven't guessed, pause the video right now. Comment below. Guess the 2 bonus channels.
Yeah. So,
you're not going to believe it.
Channel number 1, of course, if you're watching it right here, I already said this on my own channel. That is the Self-Publishing School, this channel right here. High quality production videos. And I'll tell you that we actually kind of did guerrilla recording on this one. So this is a little bit different, but either way, the content and the quality and the advice he's giving you is on point. Now, I'm sorry, man. I think you know where I'm going with this. Naturally, the other one, Self-Publishing with Dale, with well over 400 videos. Fun fact, I actually purged 300 videos already. I've had almost 800 videos on my channel alone over the last 3.5 years. And I want to get it to where I equip and empower people with learning how to write, how to publish, and how to build an author platform, because I believe that everybody has something within their heart that they can share with the world and make a massive change.
Awesome. Well, Dale, thank you so much for doing this video. There you have it. That is Self-Publishing with Dale. This is his top 5 favorite YouTube channels for writers and for self-publishing. You'll find all the links to these channels below in the description. Click the subscribe button right here on the Self-Publishing School channel, and then click over to Self-Publishing with Dale. He's got just unbelievable videos. You're gonna want to check him out. He's got very funny thumbnails. You follow me all over YouTube. Now, every YouTube video that I watch has like 5 thumbnails of Dale, just everywhere, and it's awesome. So definitely click over and check out his channel, and we'll see you in the next one.
Is Amy Twiggs. My book title is Flippin' Awesome Gymnast. I didn't know if I was going to do traditional or self-publishing. So after the webinar with Chandler Bolt, I thought, well, for sure I'm doing self-publishing. There's no reason why I wouldn't. I'm not going to wait a year to hope that somebody likes what I have to say. It wasn't until I started the self-publishing school that the steps were just laid out.